One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Rebels will boot it away to start the game. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down into 26. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will go on the attack first. This is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
Yeah, and this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great.
Turning it on! Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move, it's Moulton. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. The Rebels offense will go to work for the first time. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Leaves it with the running back. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They go to the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try the right side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Rebels will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looks it in for 40. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Iowa has it back on offense defense hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle. It's Moulton.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Moulton. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. The Hawkeyes are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to pick up the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Grabbed behind the line, it's Taylor. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to pass, it's Simmons. They'll run the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Hawkeye! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Taylor has it. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Rebels have a lot of options on second and inches. Back to the ground with the running back. Gets away from one. He's got space. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. The most mind-boggling stat from last season is that Ole Miss trailed for a grand total of 2 minutes all year long and somehow lost 3 games and missed the playoff.
Yeah, it was incredible, but it was a great year. You saw the line of scrimmages for Ole Miss really take over. Offense and defensive lines, that was the strength of their team that allowed them to thrive, to win more games, to be more dominant. Palmer reloading a lot of guys in those new spots.
Including a quarterback. No more Jackson Dart. Obviously, he was a huge part of their success. The last several years, really, we always expect Lane Kiffin to find a good one, but this year that position's got to play well.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the knee on 3rd down. To the air, it's Simmons. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
3rd down is a big factor in games. It's something I know this offense in particular practices often throughout the week, but they just haven't been able to get it done so far in this game on these critical downs. That time, quarterback can't link up with his guy, and they've got to find a better way of being more efficient on 3rd.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Hands it off. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Tight end now in motion. They'll try the run. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
They punted away on 4th down. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Got it behind the line. It's Lee. Got room at the 35. He's loose on the left. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Rebels. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. That's caught. It's Anderson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. Ernie on the Jets. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense blows up the ISO play by getting penetration right up the middle, and that forces the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Hawkeyes have this offense rolling. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
And the Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. They want to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Gill. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Right back to the well. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
It's a draw. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
The Hawkeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ray. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Got his man downfield. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Oh, a lot of space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give. Finds a little space. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The give to the right. Look out, he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Now, the Hawkeyes have a whole new backfield without Caleb Johnson, who turned in one of the most prolific rushing seasons in Iowa football history. School record 21 touchdowns. He was this offense a year ago, David.
He was, and if you're an Iowa fan, man, Reese, we've been just clamoring for years. Just give me some offense, like some form of a passing attack. Another new system. Tim Lester comes in as the OC. Interested to see if they can air it out. They can be more fun to watch, and they can score more points.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Looking for room. It's Moulton. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Took care of it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Hawkeyes are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
The Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Got a man, it's Moulton. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And the Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There he goes! Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir. No, Moss. Get it together.
The Hawkeyes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Absolutely center cut. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5, and the returner will be knocked down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Offense in a split backfield. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lee. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Diggs. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the...
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Iowa City has given us a fun first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to Duke Slater Field at Kinnick Stadium.
And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Sets up the screen. He's loose. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The short hands, it's Ray. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Hey, what about that move to pick up a couple of extra yards? He's down at the 38. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Rides to back and leaves it. The Rebels get it past the sticks.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Finds the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Haas. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Looking to throw at Simmons. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Off play action. Grab near the marker. It's Lee. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
We know this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting the receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
The Rebels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Here comes the Heat. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Rebels! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll move the tight end. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. It's a seam wide open. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Back to pass, it's Simmons. Finds his man, it's Lee. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, not a lot the defense could do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Bring in the heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A little screen to the running back. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Runs into a wall, they'll give him one out to the 8. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. And some room to work. Fighting off the defender. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. The give is to Taylor. Creates a little space. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
To the ground, he's got it again. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time, they knock him down behind the line.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Makes the grab. It's Taylor. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Running the red zone. It's Diggs. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Gives it on the option. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the Rebels are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for a gap. It's Moulton. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Complete disaster there. He loses 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hawkeyes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pocket breaking down. He's got it. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Haas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
To throw, it's Simmons. Catch in the middle, it's Stribling. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Nice job by the defense on that play, sniffing out the screen pass. They had their eye on the ball. They're able to rally to the running back, a gain of no yards.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ball game? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
And the Rebels are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. To the air, it's Simmons. Got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd and goal from the 14. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Man, that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass, and which matchup do they try to exploit? And they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got 4th down.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He got it, and that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the 1st down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
The Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Finds his big tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Gill. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. The sure hands, it's Gill. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.